Sonic Prime Season 3 has finally been released after so many months of waiting, and we finally got a very thrilling conclusion to this show. I'm going to give a brief review of Season 3 and share some of my thoughts, so this is a full-out spoiler warning because I'm going to start by talking about the story of all 7 episodes, and if you love Sonic, subscribe right now. The reason it is 7 episodes rather than 8 is because the first episode of Season 1 was 40 minutes versus all others were 20 minutes. So Sonic Prime Season 3 starts off when 9 stole the Paradox Prism and went to the Grim in order to create his new world. In Episode 1, 9 starts to use the energy to build a castle with 3 hexagon objects and try to create robots with them. However, he realized the Paradox Prism is very unstable and he needs to get Sonic's energy in order to fulfill his evil plans. In Episode 2, Shadow sends Sonic to New York City and he gets chased and has to fight some of 9's robots. As things start to heat up and fall apart, Sonic realizes that he needs Renegade, Knuckles, Rebel Rouge, and the Chaos Council to defeat 9. Sonic convinces the Chaos Council to help him because if nothing is done, the world will be destroyed. In Episode 3, Sonic races to No Place in order to save the pirates before the world collapses and fight more of 9's robots. Sonic's friends and the Chaos Council advise Sonic not to take risks, but he decides to find Knuckles' the Dread crew. After returning to New York City, Sonic thinks about giving up to 9 so that his friends can be spared. Episodes 4, 5, and 6 focus on the Grim where Sonic's army of friends battle against 9's army of robots. This battle is very action-packed but extended out a lot more than it needed to be. In the final Episode 7, they pack a lot into those 20 minutes. During the final battle, Sonic tries to reason with 9. When Shadow and all of Sonic's friends surround 9, he realizes that it's over. Sonic reminds 9 of the damage he's done and the Grim is about to collapse. In order to restore reality, Sonic has to sacrifice his energy in order to fully power the Paradox Prism. Without the Prism energy binding Sonic, he starts to fade. The Chaos Council tries to steal the Paradox Prism, but 9 quickly sends him into the void. During the reformation process, Sonic starts to fade, and the only way to save him is to bring him back to Green Hill Zone, so Shadow grabs Sonic and runs through the portal into Green Hill Zone. Sonic returns to the moment where the Paradox Prism shattered. However, this time Shadow also shows up and uses Chaos Control to take the Paradox Prism before it gets fractured, and Dr. Eggman storms out defeated. In the final scene, Sonic brings his friends chili dogs, and then a massive blast occurs where Sonic says we gotta go fast and runs toward danger. So my thoughts on Season 3 is that the story was really strong. The story fits so well with the fact that there was much action in each episode. The plot is very consistent from one episode to the next, and you can really feel the tension building very quickly. The final fight got stretched on a bit longer, but in general, there was a good flow to the 7 episodes. I feel like the ending was very anticlimactic and certainly rushed, and it was not what I was expecting. For Sonic, there was so much urgency and seriousness throughout each episode with so many epic battles and massive at-stake moments. Because the pacing is very fast-paced, Sonic does not have a lot of time to think about his actions, and there is a lot of pressure on him to defeat 9 before it's too late. He takes more responsibility for his actions and accepts what must be done. When it comes to 9, he really showed his true form and a real villain. He was very determined to fulfill his plans and was not going to let Sonic get in the way. However, he eventually realized when everything was falling apart that he had to help Sonic. As for Shadow, it still felt like we did not get enough of him because he mostly appeared in the first episode and the last episode with not too much in the middle. But when he was there, he was very serious and doing anything necessary to help Sonic defeat 9. And with the fate of everything online, he really showed that he cared a lot about Sonic. It was also interesting how the Chaos Council played a bit of an unexpected role, and it was funny that Sonic was able to convince them to help him, but they ultimately turned against him when they tried to steal the Paradox Prism. When it comes to if the show is canon, the fact that Orbot and Cubot are in the show makes me think this is near the timeline of Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Advance 3. However, the biggest surprise was the final scene where it seems as though they're trying to pull a Sonic 2006 reset. Sonic arrives the moment before the Paradox Prism is destroyed, and Shadow takes it away, so because of this, they never destroyed the Paradox Prism, and Sonic Prime would have never happened. However, Sonic remembers these events. I don't think we will get a 4th season because the shockwave at the end most likely resets Sonic memory and is the same shockwave from the first episode, so it resets the show from the beginning again. In conclusion, I would say that Sonic Prime Season 3 is the best season yet. The story, animation, and voice acting is also very strong and just had the overall feeling of a final ending that the show really deserved. I really enjoyed Sonic Prime, and this show is for sure one of the best Sonic TV shows. That's gonna do it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and remember, you gotta go fast!